So I decided to put this lesson first because I believe that it is so important, and that is to ask for help if you're struggling. Literally 2019 I went through the biggest struggle of my life, and for so long I was going through it on my own because I had never asked anybody for help, and because I didn't, things just kept getting worse. I didn't want to ask for help because I didn't want to bother somebody with my problems. I didn't want to be a burden for them, and genuinely in life I like keeping things to myself, so I didn't want to tell my problems to somebody else. But that was the wrong mentality, because I didn't tell anyone. My life literally came to a point where it was falling apart. But Alhamdulillah, I decided to tell someone, and when I did, the problems didn't disappear, but they got so much better. I had a friend supporting me, and even at university I went to the Muslim chaplain. And by the way, if you guys go to Leeds University, Sister Farad, you literally got any problems, talk to her. She is so amazing and will help you. But point being, it doesn't have to be a big calamity you're going through. Whether it's a small problem, something upsetting you, just speak to someone. Don't bother allowing the problem to grow. Just speak to somebody you trust, whether it's a friend, family member, a teacher, or a support system that you have at college or at university, because looking after your mental health, your well-being is so important, because if you don't, your life will literally collapse. And I know that being a guy or from an ethnic minority, sometimes it can be seen as a bit of a taboo to ask for help. But no, ask for help whenever you need it, whatever difficulty, whatever worry. Don't give up. Remember, Allah says in the Quran, La yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha, that God will not burden a soul beyond that it can bear. So whatever it is, you've got this. Don't give up, inshallah. And may God make your heart content. Ameen. Even if you think it's something silly to ask for help for, like me, I get lazy, I've got work to do, but I'm not doing it. So I message one of my friends and I'm like, bro, can you message me in 10 minutes to go tell me to do my work or whatever time? And then 10 minutes later, they message me, they're like, bro, go do your work. And I'm like, safe. And then I go do my work. But yeah, it's just something simple but actually effective. Trust me, having somebody there who can help you makes a big difference. So never be afraid to ask for help. The second vital lesson I learned this year is to spend less time on your phone. Because when you think about it, it's just so sad. You go out with your friends, you go out with your family, and you spend so much of that time on your phone. I mean, if you think about it, if you do that, what you're actually saying is, I'd rather spend time on my phone than spend time with you. I prefer messaging these people than talking to you. And that actually hurts if you think about it. And it hurt me learning this lesson, because we had family over. One of the little cousins came up to me and they said, Bhaiya, brother, when are you going to get off your phone and start playing games with us? And when they said that, that just hurt so much, because I'm there thinking now, these kids are growing up. Soon they won't even be asking me to play games with them. These times are precious. You're not going to get these memories back. You're not going to get these moments back. And it makes you think, it's the same with your parents. Your parents are getting older. You don't know how much time they or we've got left. When was the last time that we told them I love you, or that you actually sat down and just had a conversation with them? So just put your phone away. I mean, once I was on my phone whilst eating and my mum took my phone off me. I was upset because I did something that she didn't like. But then when she took my phone away, I just got so happy, because it felt like this huge burden just off my shoulders, that I no longer had a device that I was constantly looking at. I mean, social media in itself is just so toxic. You find yourself comparing yourself to other people online, wishing you had what they had. But remember, they only show the best parts of their life. Everyone's got something going on, nobody's got this perfect life. Actually, one of the best things I did last year was a social media detox. There was this challenge thing where there was no social media for a week. So for a week, no social media, and legit, alhamdulillah, one of the best weeks of my life. I felt so happy, so refreshed, and it's just good to know which people you actually have face-to-face contact with without social media. And one of the things that helped me reduce the amount of time I spent on my phone was this app. It's called Stay Focused. I'm not even getting sponsored to say this, but it helped me, so I'll share it with you, so it might help you. But basically, it's an app, so you can block apps on your phone during certain times of day, or set limits for certain apps. And I found that so beneficial. So what I did, I installed the app, and the password to change the settings I let my little brother put in. So I couldn't even change those settings. Once the settings were in, 1 hour social media a day, you have to stick with it, and it's actually really beneficial. I even stick with that now. So yeah, whatever means necessary, just spend less time on your phone. So the next lesson goes out to all those people looking for the Jasmine to their Aladdin, or the Kajal to their Shah Rukh Khan. Is that right? I don't know. But basically, those brothers and sisters looking for the muhabbat, the love, the shadi, the marriage. But yeah, lesson learned being. Before you focus on finding the right person, focus on being the right person. Because we all have this image in our head, I want the perfect partner to be XYZ. But do we have those qualities? Are we XYZ? Are we the right person? Because just imagine, if you had a child and they married someone like you, would you be happy? No? If no, then change. Because a friend told me this story once, that there was a guy, he went all over the world looking for the right woman, and eventually he found her. But did it work out? No. Because yes, she was the right woman, but he wasn't the right guy. Meaning what? He spent so much time looking for the right person, he forgot to actually be the right person. So before you go crazy trying to find someone, just focus on improving yourself, focus on improving your deen, your character, your personality, and just become a good person. So next point, and we've kind of touched on it already, and that is spend more time with family. I'm at university now, and I get heavily involved with stuff, with society events, with uni work, with social, with friends. And sometimes because I commute as well, I come home late, like 7, 8, 9, or even later, and by the time I get home my family's already going to bed, so I don't get to see them much. But I remember I came home early one day, and when I did, I had a game of FIFA with my little brother, and you do not understand how happy I just felt being able to play FIFA with him. Like, I don't even care that I lost the game, it just meant so much that I could actually spend time with him. And the older you get, the busier you get, the older your siblings get, the busier they get, and you just have less time to spend with each other. I mean, my siblings are doing GCSEs now, and I'm like, bro, when did that happen? I remember watching Ben 10 with them back in the days, and now they're revising for their exams. Just like, time just goes by so fast. I appreciate every second I get with my family, and that's not even a lie. Like now, even if I've had a long day at uni, I come home and I want to sleep, I won't even come upstairs to my bed to sleep. I'll get a duvet and I'll fall asleep on the sofa, because even if I do that, at least I'm surrounded by my family, I'm spending time with them. Because just being in their presence, it just means so much to me. And even when I be at uni in the evening, whether it's an event or a social with friends, at times I just be there and I'm thinking to myself, literally, I'd rather be spending this time with my family, because it's just so precious, family time. So whenever you can, spend time with your family. It's just so precious, you don't even realize. Another important lesson I learned this year is, don't be afraid to be you and do what makes you happy. All, of course, while keeping it halal. When I was planning on buying the Spider-Man costume, I told people, they laughed. When people found out I make TikTok, again, they laughed. And at that point I could have been like, you know what, I'm not going to buy the Spider-Man costume, I'm going to uninstall TikTok. But I didn't let their opinions affect me, and alhamdulillah, look how things turned out. That Spider-Man costume, I got to wear it in a video welcoming students to university, and they laughed, they enjoyed it. I got to dress up as Spider-Man and raise money for charity, and whilst I was doing it, I walked past a kid, and the kid went, oh look, Spider-Man, and he just got so happy and started smiling. And similarly, one of my friends came up to me once and he was like, bro, my little cousin loves Spider-Man, could you please dress up as Spider-Man, and then I can start calling, because I want to make him smile. And it's like, these precious moments all happen because I did what I felt was right. And similarly with the TikTok, I've been able to make educational videos, even Islamic reminders, dawah that are benefiting people and are funny at the same time. But none of that would have happened if I let people's opinion affect me. I did what made me happy, and now people are like, bro, I love how you're so unique, how you're not afraid to be you, and how you're just such an inspiration the way you are. And I'm just like, alhamdulillah, man. But here's the important part to remember: when people say no to you, sometimes they have your best interest in heart. So it's important to not just ignore when people disagree with you, but to listen to what they're saying. I mean, the reason I went forward with my opinion was because I knew that I wasn't doing anything wrong, I was doing something good, something beneficial. So that's why it's important. Yes, do what makes you happy, keep it halal, listen to what other people say, don't just ignore their opinion. Next lesson, a bit of a cliche, but it's definitely worth saying, and that is, don't waste time. Literally, you have so much potential, you have so much in you, so much you can offer the world. Like, generally, do not let that go to waste. Spend that time, do hifz, study the deen, volunteer, revise, pursue a passion, whatever it is. Just do something with your time. You don't want to look back and think, bro, I wasted all this time just Xbox, PlayStation, Netflix, whatever. Spend your time wisely. Another important lesson I learned this year is about self-love and self-worth. You know, I was having this conversation with somebody once, and I can't remember what they said, but I remember after they said it, I was thinking to myself, wait, am I not good enough? But then I was like, wait, hold up. You know, I know I'm a good person. You know I try being nice to people, I try being kind to people, I try being there for people, be helping them when I can. So if you want to get rid of me, that's not my loss, that's your loss. And knowing your self-worth doesn't make you full of yourself. It just means that you know your value and you're not going to let anybody take that away from you. And just accepting how you look. We're all beautiful, okay? So embrace your beauty, ignore all your insecurities. People have said you look homeless with the way your beard is, but I'm going to keep growing my beard, I'm going to beautify my beard, because you need to learn to love who you are as an individual. Learn to love how you look, because you know, I wake up in the morning and think, you know, God made me like this, God made me look this way, so I'm happy, and nobody's going to change that. No one's going to make me hate myself because of the way I look. And that's one of the most fundamental things in life, to have self-love. Self-love is so necessary in life. So say it to yourself, say it with me, I am beautiful. Another lesson, and simply just a rule that I've learned to live by in life, and that is always be kind. You know, in my previous charity video, I gave a whole talk about just being kind, you know, so you can watch that. But generally, be kind to everybody, spread happiness, spread love, surprise people with random acts of kindness, and just keep spreading those positive vibes. Next very valuable lesson that I learned is to fight for, wow, that was very aggressive, but not in an aggressive way, but fight for what you want. So do you know that spoken word poem I did that was at university in front of 320 people? You know, alhamdulillah, that did not come easy at all. I had to fight for that so hard. After I wrote it, I spoke to people, I spoke to multiple people, I was having phone calls, long phone calls. They were saying, you shouldn't do it because of XYZ. I was like, but XYZ, I should do this. And then it just kept going back and forth, but it was something I was really passionate about. You know, normally if someone says something to me and I'm just like, okay, calm, whatever. But this was something I was passionate for, so I really pushed forward to it. And even on the day before I was supposed to perform it, they were like, you know, we might not have time for this, are you sure you want to do it? And I was like, you know what, yeah, I'm still going to do it, it doesn't matter, I'm going to do this poem. And you know, it's not like they had anything against me, because like logistically, it's an event, they had timing schedules, they were like, they didn't want to overrun. But alhamdulillah, I'm so thankful, I'm so glad I pushed for it, because even people were like saying some of the jokes, it's a university audience, what happens if they don't find it funny with all the child references with Frozen and Toy Story? But those were the parts that they enjoyed the most, the parts that they loved. So if you're passionate for something, fight for it. And yeah, it didn't even stop there, alhamdulillah. You know, I got to perform at Leeds University, and I could have stopped there, but then you know what, you just got to keep going bigger in life, you got to keep pushing yourself forward. So I got into contact with the president of Bradford University Islamic Society. I messaged him and I was like, yo, I did this at Leeds University, can I come down to your university and do it? I did it there and they loved it too. And alhamdulillah, I just showed, if you're passionate for something, you really want something in life, keep pushing forward, keep fighting for what you want, and inshallah things will work out. And stand up for what you believe in. You know, there have been many times where I've had to say no to certain invites or certain situations because I didn't personally believe that it was right, I didn't agree with it, I didn't feel comfortable with it. So I said no. And to be honest, when you actually believe in something and you stand up for it, people actually respect you more. And plus, if you're doing what's halal, you know, I mean, you got nothing to lose, only blessings to come. So stand up for what you think is right and for what you believe in, and keep it halal, you know. This next lesson is something I've believed in for a long time, but it's just been reinforced throughout the previous year. You know, being busy with university, commuting, but it's that you will always have time for your salah if you plan it, and you generally won't miss your salah if you plan it. Like alhamdulillah, throughout the full university year, regardless of when my lectures were, what events were going on throughout the day, or when I start uni, or whatever the logistics were, if you plan your day, you generally won't miss your salah. So always plan around your salah, it's so vital. And one final lesson is to always smile. Regardless of what's going on in life, always smile and try being happy, you know, appreciate everything that you've been given in life. You know, people have said to me, bro, I don't think I've seen anybody smile as much as you. There's nothing going on. And as you've clearly seen in this video, you know, I've gone through many difficulties in life, but you always smile. You smile because it's sunnah, you smile to make other people happy, and you smile to just spread positivity in general and spread happiness. So always keep smiling. And you smile because even if life may not seem perfect at the moment, you have full trust in Allah that things will turn out fine, inshallah. So alhamdulillah, we've learned a lot. And what do we do now? We keep learning. You know, it's just life, you just keep going forward, you keep learning, you have the growth mindset. So any advice or anything that you guys learned throughout your life, throughout the past year, comment down below so that we can all learn and benefit and grow together, inshallah. So yeah, assalamu alaikum. Oh, and what is this guy in the background? Well, basically this video was all about growing, learning, and whilst I was growing up, I grew up with this guy. This guy was literally the OG back in the days for me. But yeah,
But keep it halal, boys.